Entrepreneurship is not freedom by default. It's a responsibility multiplier. For the right person, it's worth all the stress. But for everyone else, you should not start a business. Yes, you heard me right. Not because businesses are bad or because your ambitions are wrong. Just because most of us go into entrepreneurship for the wrong reasons. If you are thinking about entrepreneurship or starting a business just because you hate your boss or you hate the job you're doing or even because you just want more money and freedom, this video might save you a lot of stressful years, burnout and regrets. Just stay with me. Let's be honest. Entrepreneurship has been sold to a lot of people as the escape plan. Be your own boss, work when you want, unlimited income, the laptop lifestyle, And compared to 9 to 5, it sounds like a lot of freedom. But here is the uncomfortable truth most of us don't want to come to terms with. Most people don't want a business. They just want relief. They just want relief from a toxic manager. They just want relief from doing the job they hate. They just want relief from underpayment. Relief from lack of control or always feeling replaceable most of the time. So with all these emotions, they jump into entrepreneurship emotionally, not strategically. They don't ask, do I like to sell or can I even deal with rejection countless times? Or how well can I handle uncertainty because business is ridden with uncertainty? Am I okay with being responsible for everybody and everything? Am I okay to deal with systems, cash flow and even taxes? They just want to be out from their current job or situation. And that is where things actually get wrong. Let me make this clear for you. Starting a business does not reduce work. It only changes the kind of work you do. In the early stages of your business, you are the marketer, you are the salesperson, you are the accountant, you are the customer support rep, you are the strategist, you are the cleaner, you are the motivator, you are the idea person, you are everything for your business. And if you don't fulfill these roles effectively, your business is not even going to take off. Unless you have a ton of money to employ people for each and every one of these roles. And if you do, that means you already made, or maybe you have VC money somewhere. When you start a business, you don't get to clock out anytime you want. You don't get to switch off. You are on the go all the time. You don't even get paid consistently. After 10 years of running multiple businesses, I realized why Michael Gerber's E-Myth Revisited resonated with me perfectly. The book put language to situations and experiences I didn't even know how to explain to anybody at that time. He explains that most people who start a business are not entrepreneurs, but they are technicians. It's just like a baker who is good at what he or she does and decides to go and start a bakery, or a developer who starts a digital consulting agency, or a designer who decides to start their own studio. Because these professionals think that if I'm good at the job, I can actually do it as a business and make more money. That's the most basic logical conclusion that comes to mind when you're thinking about starting a business as a professional. No, sorry to break it to you, but that's not how it works in the business world. Being good at what you do because you have a skill doesn't equate to being good at building systems that sustain a business to grow and thrive. So what happens when you start a business with this kind of mindset? The business becomes another job you can't leave. The business collapses when you step away. You even have to work longer hours than you used to in your job. The freedom that was promised to you by all the gurus as like you can wake up in Dubai and have dinner in New York becomes far-fetched and even unrealistic sometimes. That's the danger, because you get roped in. It's not because you fail, but you have inflicted on yourself burnout that was disguised as independence. So what should you do instead? Here are 3 honest evaluations before you decide if the entrepreneurship game is actually for you. Number 1, you have to conduct a personality evaluation. You need to ask yourself, can I handle chaos? Entrepreneurship rewards emotional resilience, delayed gratification, comfort in the face of uncertainty. You have to learn how to decide to make decisions with incomplete information, because a lot of clients will give you that and expect you to bring the best result. So if within you are what you're actually seeking is stability, you want clear instruction for every task, you also want a predictable income for a very long time, and you also crave external validation. These are not weaknesses, don't get it wrong. It just means that the corporate environment or a job, so to say, might actually work best for you. All you need to know is to know yourself and find out what works for you. So number 2, you need to evaluate yourself to find out how the skills you already possess can be leveraged either in in your current job or in your business to rise higher and earn more. In reality, most people are underpaid not because they lack potential, but because they haven't positioned their skills properly or they don't know how. Before you start a business, I recommend you conduct this evaluation. Ask yourself, can I specialize further in my industry? Can I move into leadership roles? Can I switch industries or companies to get higher pay and better position? Or can I negotiate my rates better? Can I reduce effort while increasing leverage? Many people could actually double their income by climbing strategically instead of starting a business from zero that will eventually or potentially burn them out in the long run. The final evaluation, number 3, is system readiness. Do you want to build things and not just do what you're told to do? Entrepreneurship is not about working harder. It's about building repeatable systems, documenting processes, hiring before you feel ready, and thinking long term now. If the idea of building systems excites you more than doing the work, then you might be ready for your entrepreneurship journey. If not, you might be creating another cage for yourself in the way of business. So here is the final takeaway from my long talk. Entrepreneurship is not freedom by default. It's a responsibility multiplier. For the right person, it's worth all the stress. But for everyone else, you just need to master your craft. You need to climb intelligently, and you need to earn more by doing less. Finding a way to do that in your current role, then choose if business or climbing strategically in your role is the best for you. Don't start a business because you just want escape. Start a business because the value you mean to provide outweighs the cost of the business for you, and you just choose to do that. If this helps you think clearly, like, subscribe, share it with anybody you know who is romanticizing entrepreneurship today, because clarity beats motivation all the time.